And that's how I feel. This feels a lot more like me. SOB, Trainiacs. I don't mean to get too much like Casey Neistat here, because man is the vlog father. He changed the game. He's basically got like a complete stranglehold on every cool vlogging technique around now. But the audio messed up yesterday. We just started editing yesterday's vlog and we got nothing. No audio. Zero. As much as I like GoPros in theory, they just aren't that user-friendly when you gotta like pick up and go all the time in different lighting conditions and different audio conditions. Right now, I got a screen, so that's you, and right now I can look over here and I can see that I've got audio, and I can see how I'm exposed and how I'm framed and where I'm sitting. With a GoPro, I'm just on a hope and a prayer. And this morning, I touched the GoPro and I'm like, ooh, that's a bit of a solid click with one of the cables. There's just too much going on and not enough going on at the same time. So I decided to grab my coffee and head outside to narrate the day because it was a gorgeous day. So I pull up to the pool yesterday morning, raring to go. Glorious sunrise. A hair on the sunny side here. So I hop into the pool for an absolute ass-kicking workout. And that workout is something from Brett Sutton, one of the most decorated triathlon coaches, specifically of full Ironman distance female athletes. He coached Chrissy Wellington. He's currently the coach of Daniela Reef, as far as I know. And he is known for absolute brutal workloads. And as you can tell by my face in the pool when I was finished, I was completely spent and I only did half of the workout. After composing myself, I went and grabbed a coffee and sat down and I explained that workout. See if we can dub this over. The premise behind that workout is that Brett Sutton, he was actually a horse trainer before he got into triathlon training. And his father, 45 years ago, was the head coach of a swim team which produced some of the most successful swimmers, I think in the nation, whatever nation that was back then. And they did that workout twice through, 6,000 meters, 5 days a week. And why they did that, the pure volume and intensity of it, it checked off all the boxes, good sprinting work, good endurance work. And because you repeated it over and over and over and over, you became really fit and really mentally tough. And that mental toughness, Brett Sutton thinks, sets his athletes apart from all the others because they are just punished into the ground every single day, that when a race comes around, they feel like they're tougher than their competition and they're tougher than the race. Like they don't let the race get the better of them. Now, something that I said as a caveat while I was still in McDonald's and dudes were looking at me awkwardly as I opened doors for them, is that Brett Sutton is dealing with the absolute cream of the crop, tippy top freaks of nature in this sport. And the freaks of nature that he's dealing with aren't just in strength and speed, it's also in recovery. Their bodies allow them to recover faster than any of ours just naturally. As much merit as there is to doing that absolute disgusting, punishing hard work to get you mentally tough and to overcome obstacles, and I talk about loving that hard work, you don't necessarily want to read all of the workouts and think like, hey, maybe that's what I need to be doing, because I don't think you're gonna do it. Or you might do a few and then your body's gonna hate you. I think I found a very happy medium between shade and sitting. After I finished up my coffee at McDick's and went about my day for a little bit, I had a meeting at a place that was really interesting. It was called F Apparel, and I stood outside in traffic and I explained that F was founded by 3 guys that I went to school with, and these guys created a super cool business. that was last year actually awarded fastest growing company in Canada from our province. And what they do is they make custom suits at a really affordable price so that guys like me, when I graduated university, I can get a really slick GQ kind of fitting suit, customized, and look absolutely sharp and not break the bank doing it. And then what I went into after that I used to be an investment advisor and I used to wear suits every day and carry a briefcase, and some of the comments in videos below have said I could not picture you, Taren, wearing a suit. I can't either. I barely even wear shoes in the office now, but I did. Check this out. That was investment advisor Taren. After university, I was a business school grad. I went into banking and I eventually started my own investment practice after about 8 years out of university. I knew that I wasn't creatively fulfilled. I never looked at a stock portfolio or a set of mutual funds that I had set up and felt really any sort of fulfillment about it whatsoever. It was literally just working for the sake of working to make money. I wasn't even that successful at it. It was like an average investment advisor because my heart wasn't in it. It wasn't me. So on the side, to satisfy that creative itch just for fun, I created what at the time was A Race Nutrition. That was the very first thing that started this whole Triathlon Taren channel. And I created another video and another video and another video, eventually leading to somebody in the city noticing it and asking me if I wanted to come and work for them and take over their social media and video production division of their company. And it was terrifying at the time. I'd had more letters in behind my name that were designations as an investment advisor than were actually in my name. And it was terrifying that I was going to give all that up to go into something that I thought was maybe just doing cat videos. No Triathlon Kim, my wife, said to me, "What do you do at night and on the weekend?" "You make YouTube videos." And people work their entire lives at the hope of getting lucky enough to figure out what they can do for a living that they would otherwise do for free and not ever work another day in their life. And I had that opportunity, so I sold my investment practice for a grand total of $0. Basically just agreed that I would not sue the bank that I worked for and they would not sue me. I counted that a very fair deal. And I went into social media with a company called Mobile Nations. Several months later, we worked out a deal that I bought the division that I was managing, and we created Post with the team that I was working with at Mobile Nations. Coincidentally, this was the building that we worked out of there. This is the building that we work out of now. We picked up and moved offices literally in 2 hours. I have never looked back at that decision that was terrifying at the time and regretted it. It has been incredibly stressful, incredibly fulfilling, also very uncertain, but it's always felt so much more like me than before when I was wearing those F Apparel suits and carrying a briefcase. And that's how I feel. This feels a lot more like me. As far as like a financial decision, has it worked out? Kim and I are doing okay, but even if it weren't about money, it's still so much more fulfilling to have something that feels like more a part of my life than just something that I did for a paycheck. So my wisdom for today, actually yesterday, which I'm making up for today, number one, make sure that your audio works. Number two, even though something might seem absolutely terrifying, whether it's a triathlon, starting a business, starting a YouTube channel, starting anything, if it feels like it's more authentically you, go and do it. And that is what will make you successful, because you will work harder at it to achieve success. I never would have been successful as an investment advisor because I just didn't care enough about it. I didn't spend my evenings and weekends reading stock portfolios and watching CNBC. I spent it playing on YouTube, so I might as well try to play on YouTube for a living, which we're doing today. All right, Trainiacs, I will see you tomorrow, which is actually today, that I actually filmed this morning. I think GoPro is on its last legs. See you tomorrow.